with natural language and ChatGPT. What's been so powerful is, it's really a generally intelligent system, the language models, and they have a lot of domain knowledge, and they really understand the context of what's happening. And that has enabled us to leverage its already existing understanding of options and just financial industry in general, to be able to build these models where you just give it a description of what you want to achieve, and it feeds into our overall backend API to build what the user wants to do. So, for example, a very basic strategy that you would want to model is, say, I want to test a 1 month SPY covered call with 2% out of the money options. So there's still quite a few parameters that go in, right? You have to decide when your options roll, what's the moneyness, what's the instrument. The OpenAI model is going to understand, what are all these parameters, extract them in an intelligent way. We have done a bunch of prompt modeling and back and forth between how our system understands what the parameters of the strategy is and what the user thinks. But yeah, so it will return you with some results. And as you can see, it picked a S&P long positions and then short calls, which is what a covered call is, and really pre-filled the strategy for the user, and you can just run it and test it. So that's just one example of how we have seen language models help us improve our interface into our systems. Again, it's a very complex, the option space is complex, but having general intelligence that can, understand and decode, your strategies and goals, I think it's a super powerful interface. Other than that, all these strategies and, trading rules really need to be documented very clearly. And, we have leveraged language models to be able to write very precise rules. And that has really enabled, strengthen our governance and general documentation as well.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Saif. So who are your clients in general? Nothing confidential, but who are the people, portfolio managers, wealth management analysts, who are your sweet spot clients right now?
Yeah, all sorts of institutional clients that work with options and financial products, whether they have SMAs or they're trying to launch ETFs. We work with them.
So my understanding is these institutional, banking organizations, they are on the forefront to look at generative AI. And according to OpenAI, Sam Altman, a big percentage of Fortune 500 companies are their, enterprise version users from enterprises. So what do you see in terms of adoption across the board, just in general?
Yeah, I think generally it obviously strengthens your workflows, your interface. One of the challenges, obviously is data privacy and data ownership, and it's something where you don't want to put your data, share with other third-party resources, and that's where building your own foundational models or training your own models on your own data within your own premises is I think a big bottleneck in terms of adoption. Yeah.
Right. So let's just delve into that a little bit. So there are different theses in terms of training your own model versus leveraging large language models as so-called utility or electricity. Privacy is obviously the forefront concern. Just from your background as a technologist, what's your take on the enterprise AI adoption, given the concern and options that we can see today?
Yeah, so there's always going to be industry leaders like OpenAI that will have, cutting edge state of the art models that are more general systems that you could, easily plug and play. But, working with them, obviously there's, on-premise data concerns and, you have to maintain control of your data. That's a huge thing. And that's why, solutions that, other cloud firms like, AWS is on, Bedrock models really are a alternate that, a lot of companies can leverage. Just, training on your own model, fine tuning those and, really testing and building an in-house capabilities, I think, a direction that I think a lot of companies are going to go towards before, rather than, connecting with OpenAI and those kind of third-party models. Also, the open source models is, something that really allows you to bring in these models and build in-house capabilities.